Again, the Tigers coming into tonight's contest with a 3-3 record. They are rated number 3 in Class 11 AA. Brookings with a 2-4 record, rated number 4 in Class 11 AA. We will start tonight's starting lineup with the offensive for the Tigers. Number 61, Tanner Kippis. At a guard, number 68, a senior, Sean Enns. At another guard, number 50, a senior, Drew Gould. Number 65 for the Tigers will be Sam Dietert. And rounding out their offensive line will be a junior, Jacob Larson. Playing the tight end wing position tonight will be number 46, Sam Lose. At an H-back, number 40, Michael Curry. At an H-back, number 10, Jai Rowert. Rowert was a little banged up in the last game that they played, but seems to be okay tonight. And number 30 at running back, Jack Anderson, who has been the bell cow for the Tigers this year, has taken the majority of carries. Number 6, receiver Isaac Brower, and tonight at quarterback, number 15, Troy Connect. The Tigers will again be without starting quarterback Hunter Headley, who did break his collarbone 2 games ago. Head coach for your Tigers is Brandon White, assisted by David Doan, Chase Hurt, Tyler Muth, Jason Donnelly, Nathan Crothers, Keith Flemmer, Brooks Little, Russ Kilgore, and Jordan Buckles. And now we will have the starting lineup for your Brookings Bobcats. First is number 70, a senior, Brandon Nelson. Next is number 55, also a senior, Dylan Jensen. Number 50 for the Bobcats, a sophomore, Gus Miller. Number 88, playing linebacker for the Bobcats, is Jay Safrick. Number 44 for the Bobcats, Ryan McMahon. Number 56 for the Bobcats is Heath Bullington. Number 26 in the defensive backfield is Tyler Stewart. And number 81 for the Bobcats will be Seth Swelland. Number 2 is Justin Devine, a junior from Brookings, and rounding out their starting lineup is number 1, Sam Lehman. The head coach of your Brookings Bobcats is Lee Schmidt. Assistant coaches are Scott Miller, Ken Vigdahl, Ken Tiefenthaler, Jason Seaburn, Jared Huntermeyer, Travis Engelbretson, Matt Kristen, Josh Kirschner, and Tyler Schneider. So we are set for tonight's game. We will return to you in just a few minutes. You will see the captains come to the center of the field, and we will return once we know who will be kicking and who will be returning for tonight's Brookings Tigers matchup. As you just saw in our live shot, the Brookings Bobcats did win the toss and deferred their choice to the second half. The Tigers will receive the ball at the north end of Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium. Back deep for the Tigers is number 30, Jack Anderson, and number 10, Jai Rowert. And the kickoff does go to Jai Rowert, number 10, at the 15-yard line. Fakes the handoff to number 30, Jack Anderson. It does have some running room up the right sideline. Rowert is forced out of bounds near the Brookings Bobcats 40-yard line and will be marked right at the 40. So another good special teams return from number 10, Jai Rowert. The Tigers had a lot of success this year on the return game. A lot of that to do with Anderson and Rowert faking that reverse or actually handing it off. So the Tigers will start in great field position for their first possession of this game. The Tigers will come out 3 wide with Lose at the tight end spot. Brookings in a 4-2 defense with 2 safeties. We have a flag to start. False start is called against the Tigers. A 5-yard penalty will move the ball back to the 45-yard line. Tigers will start over again. First down and 15. Tigers will stick to that same formation with 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Number 7, Jack Rayburn, returns to the lineup after missing 3.5 games with a high ankle sprain. The handoff does go to Rayburn. Anderson out in front with a good block, and Rayburn is able to turn the corner and gets knocked out of bounds by number 56, number 56, Heath Bullington. A good gain on first down for the Tigers. Gain of over 10 will set up second down and about 4 yards for the Tigers. Michael Curry checks into the game for Harrisburg. Now we'll go with a 2 tight end set with receivers left and right. Quarterback Troy Connect in the pistol with Jack Anderson directly behind him in the eye. The handoff does go to Anderson on the right side, and he is caught in the backfield. Shooting that inside gap for Brookings is number 55, number 55, Dylan Jensen, a senior. Jensen catches Jack Anderson in the backfield. He will lose almost 4 yards, bringing up 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers. Tigers will go 5 wide now with no running backs, 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Only quarterback Troy Connect in the backfield. Connect brings Anderson across the field. Sets up, throws deep for number 2, Brooks Fuller, and it is over his head, defended on the play by number 1, Sam Lehman. So Connect does go deep on 3rd down and long. The Tigers in a tough spot here with 4th and long. Tough to punt at this. The football going into the end zone would only net you a few yards. With that in mind, it looks like head coach Brandon White is going to attempt to go for it on 4th down and 8. Tigers will go with the 2 tight end set with Anderson set in the eye behind Connect in the pistol. Fake handoff to Anderson. The rollout is thrown to number 45, Max Anderson, and Max Anderson is out over the 30-yard line, which will be enough for a Tigers first down. So a nice misdirection with the tight end dragging across the field, and Max Anderson comes up with the ball, going to be marked right at the Brookings 27-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Tigers will bring number 46, Sam Lose, into the backfield to join Connect and Anderson. Handoff off the left side, and Anderson gets a good block from Lose. He's out near the first down marker on that first down carry. Looks like he'll be marked just short by the near official, bringing up second and short. Offensive coordinators always love that second down and short as it opens up the playbook. Look for Coach White to maybe take a shot to the end zone here, knowing on third and short he can pick up a first down. Los again in the backfield with Anderson. Slot to the bottom of your screen. This time it will be a handoff to the up back. So Coach White opting to just get the first down right away, hands off to the big fullback in Sam Los, and he is able to carry the ball over the 15-yard line and pick up a first down for the Tigers. So 1st and 10, Harrisburg inside the Brookings 15. Good starting field position for the Tigers on this drive, and they're able to pick up the big 4th down and are still driving. Brookings brings 5 men to the line of scrimmage, playing a 5-2 now, looking to stop the Tiger run as they have the double tight ends. Ball is thrown short of the goal line. Try to back shoulder throw. Looked like it was intended for number 40, Michael Curry, on the play, but it was just a little short. That will bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. Curry will be replaced by number 6, Isaac Brower, bringing in more receivers. Brookings still with 5 men at the line of scrimmage and a safety rolled down, looking to force the Tigers to throw, with the end zone line being that 12th defender. Handoff to number 30, Jack Anderson, and he is met in the middle of the line of scrimmage by number 55, Dylan Jensen, a 6'4", 230-pound senior from Brookings. Very little or no gain on the play from Anderson will bring up 3rd down and 10. As the Tigers are inside the 15, probably 4-down territory or the possibility of a field goal from the Tiger kicker, number 24, John White. White did hit his first field goal in last week's, in the Aberdeen game. So that is a weapon for the Tigers this close to the end zone. 5 wide again for the Tigers on this play. A rollout from Connect. And he is brought down in the backfield by number 55 for the Brookings Bobcats, Dylan Jensen. The Tigers do send John White onto the field out of the hold of number 15, Troy Connect. Putting the tee down at the 25-yard line. This will be a 35-yard attempt for John White. Number 45, Max Anderson, is the long snapper for the Tigers. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is no good. Looked to be just wide to the left. So White misses on the 35-yard attempt, and the ball will turn over to the Brookings Bobcats. In the high school game, a missed field goal does not go to the attempt spot, but does go out to the 20-yard line. So Brookings will start 1st down and 10 at their own 20. Brookings will come out in a shotgun set with trips to the bottom of your screen and a lone receiver to the top. Number 5, Parker Beers in the backfield. Ball is handed off on a jet sweep to number 21, Carter Edom. Edom is able to gain 5 on the play. Good pickup for the first down, bringing up 2nd down and a long 5 for Brookings. The Brookings offense once again spread with stacked receivers top and bottom. Low snap. Ball is kept by number 3, Tanner Shepherdson, and a good gain over the left side for Shepherdson. He's eventually brought down by number 27, Logan Warzeka, and number 34, Brady Schultz. So a first down for Brookings on the play, looking to their sidelines for their offensive call. They will line up in a 3-receiver set with a wing to the top. bringing that slot receiver in motion, a handoff up the middle to number 5, Parker Beers. Beers is able to push the ball out near the 40-yard line. Tackle on the play by Warzeka and number 47 for the Tigers, Malcolm McDonald. So 2nd down and 8 for Brookings. Once again in that stacked receiver formation to the top and bottom of the screen. Number 40, Michael Curry, looks to blitz off the backside. Throw from quarterback Tanner Shepardson is low, intended for number 19, Jay Wilbur. A little bit of pressure from that backside blitz from number 40, Michael Curry. Don't know if he felt it or not, but rushed the throw a little bit and threw short. That will bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Bobcats. As Brookings receives the call from the sidelines, they will come up to the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 8. Motion by number 14, Isaac Von Fisher. Fisher all the way across. Ball is complete to Isaac Von Fisher, who did motion across the play. So complete from number 3, Tanner Shepardson, to Von Fisher. Forced out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. So Brookings will have the ball 1st down and 10 at midfield. Trips left for Brookings for this possession. Inside handoff to number 5, Parker Beers. Beers is brought down by Warzeka. And number 65 for Harrisburg, Sam Dietert. Dietert will run off the field and make some defensive changes, as will Brookings bring in 2 new receivers. So both teams having good initial first drives. The Tigers stalled near the 15 of Brookings, and inside ISO to number 5 Beers, but he is caught by number 27, Logan Warzeka. Warzeka able to hold on to his left leg and with some help from other Tigers, bring Beers down near the Tiger 46-yard line. So it will be 3rd and 6. So another 3rd and long for the Tigers. Timeout on the field called by the officials. Looked like they were having some discussion on the spot of the ball. Brookings was able to pick up a 3rd and 8 on a good pass play to Von Fisher. The Tigers having them in 3rd and long again, with Von Fisher coming across the formation. Von Fisher just off his fingertips. Very similar play. If you saw, the number 1 receiver here at the bottom of the screen was able to run the corner off, and with Von Fisher being in motion, he had a step or 2 on the inside backer from the Tigers. Very similar play, just to the other side of the field. With the incomplete pass, Brookings will have 4th and long just over the midfield stripe. Back deep to return for the Tigers is number 10, Jai Rowert. Snap, kick, angling to the right side of the field, and Rowert takes the ball near the 20-yard line and is able to get up near the 30. So both teams' first possession stalls. The Tigers made it near the end zone with a missed 35-yard field goal from John White. Brookings stalls near the 50-yard line and has to punt. So the second possession for the Tigers will start 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. The Tigers bring Curry down to the bottom of the screen, and number 2, Brooks Fuller, to the top. Jack Anderson dots the I in the backfield behind the quarterback. A handoff to Anderson, who is supposed to go up the middle, bounces it left and runs into number 44 for the Bobcats, Ryan McMahon, a 5'11", 234-pound senior, for the Bobcats. Again, very little or no gain. Brookings really setting up that line of scrimmage. They have been mixing it up between a 3, 4, and 5-man front for the Tigers. Now with the Tigers in an empty backfield, they back off to a 3-4. Anderson has handed the ball in the jet sweep, but number 11 for the Bobcats, Jacob Schoen, is able to set the edge and bring down Anderson for a loss of 2 on the play, so well defended. Anderson did have a good head of steam there. But Schoen kept his outside arm and leg free and was able to bring Anderson down at the point of attack. So the Tigers have a 3rd and very long here. 3rd down and 12 with trips bunched to the bottom of the screen and slot receivers to the top. Connect back to pass. For Michael Curry on the sideline, tried to split that cover 2 between the corner and the safety and threw it too high. Curry unable to bring the ball down, so an incomplete pass will bring up 4th down and 12 for the Tigers. Back to punt for Harrisburg is number 27, Logan Warzeka. Deep for Brookings is Von Fisher and Walker Reisman. A high snap, Warzeka brings it down, an end-over-end punt that is deep. It's bobbled by Von Fisher, but it looks like he's able to cover it up at the 32-yard line of Brookings. So a good deep end-over-end kick by Warzeka, misjudged a little bit by Von Fisher, tried to catch it over his right shoulder, bobbled the ball, and just had to fall on it at his own 32-yard line. So after a good drive by the Tigers and a response by Brookings, the Tigers go 3 and out on their second possession. Brookings will start their second possession, 1st down and 10 at their own 33-yard line. A little tighter formation now from Brookings with receivers set all near the hash. Von Fisher gets the handoff on the jet sweep around the right side, shakes a tackle, only has one man to beat, and is knocked out of bounds by number 4, Cole Tigan. So Von Fisher shakes a tackle at the line of scrimmage, has good speed as he went up that right sideline. Tigan had to force him out of bounds to keep Von Fisher probably out of the end zone for the Bobcats. So the Tigers gave up the edge a little bit over there. Something I'm sure Coach Doan, the defensive coordinator, will be talking to his edge men about. Brookings back with Von Fisher. Same play in the reverse direction. This time the Tigers are able to set the edge. A very good job of keeping that edge by number 34 for the Tigers, Brady Schultz. So you can see the difference there. What happens when the defensive end is able to set the edge. It looked like the last time defensive end Sam Lose was crack blocked, and the corner, whose responsibility it would be then to take over that position, was not able to secure the edge. Quite the opposite on the second play for the Tigers, as Schultz is able to bring him down in the backfield for a big loss. Bobbled snap. Quarterback just has to fall on the ball. Touchdown on the play by number 20, Nick Shirato for the Tigers. So a run for a loss and then a bobbled snap for Brookings brings up 3rd down and very long. Just about 18 yards needed for a 1st down for the Bobcats. They'll discuss in the backfield. Very tight formation for Brookings. 2 backs in the backfield, a tight end and a wing. The handoff is to Von Fisher around the left side. He slips down and is tackled by Shirato right at the 45-yard line. Considerably short of the 1st down. Brookings just being safe with the ball, probably not wanting to turn it over on a long pass. Will now set up in a punt formation. Looks to be number 44, Ryan McMahon, in to do the punting chores. Returning for the Tigers is number 10, Jai Roward. The snap and the punt is to the left side and short. It'll bounce at the 31-yard line, and that's where the referee will mark it for the Tigers. So a short kick from Brookings. The line of scrimmage was the 45-yard line on that punt. Just under a 25-yard net on the return, so the Tigers have decent field position for their 3rd possession of the 1st quarter. Connect will bring the Tiger offense out with slot receivers to the top of your screen and a tight end and a deep receiver in the backfield. Jack Rayburn, fake handoff to Anderson and a dump pass over the middle to number 6. Looks like Isaac Brower out of that slot. If you notice how deep number 7 Jack Rayburn is on that formation, that allows the path for his motion to go right past Troy Connect to keep that jet sweep in effect for the Tigers. So a good play call by Brandon White on the play action sucks up the linebackers, and they're able to complete it right behind to number 6, Isaac Brower. First down and 10 for the Tigers near the 50-yard line. Double tight ends on this play, and Anderson is over to the left side. Saving on that tackle was number 11, Jacob Schoen. Just getting Anderson's right leg as he shot off that left tackle. A good gain for Anderson on first down of 6 yards will bring up second down and 4 for Harrisburg as they cross into Bobcat territory. The Tigers keeping that double tight end formation in with a receiver to the top and bottom. Another handoff with a pulling guard. Anderson is out over the 40-yard line, close to the 37-yard line. Pulling on that play for the Tigers, number 68, Sean Enns, getting out in front of Anderson, allowing him a roadblock down to near the Brookings 35-yard line. So the Tigers picking up another first down. This time slot to the top, and you see that deep receiver in Jai Rowert. Deep formation is handoff to Anderson. Anderson sneaks off the right side, avoiding a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and is out near the first down marker. We'll wait for the call from the officials, but Anderson is right at the sticks. They'll bring the ball over, which means they are going to measure. No, they are not. You see the officials bring the ball from the hash to the sideline official who has the official spot. That way the ball can be set right at his foot where he saw it. Our white hat says enough for the first down, so the Tigers are inside the Bobcat 30. Again, another handoff to Anderson up the middle. This time Brookings is able to close down those interior gaps, and a very short gain for Jack Anderson. The officials will mark the ball just inside the 25, so a gain of 3. A solid gain for Anderson on the play. Just as their last drive neared the 20-yard line for Brookings, we are seeing more defenders in the box, meaning at the line of scrimmage and inside the tackles for Brookings. We see 5 men at the line of scrimmage and a possible blitz from a top corner. Anderson is able to shoot off the left side, and he is tackled by that corner that crept down into the box. So a little defensive flair from Brookings as they brought their top corner into the run game and put a safety out over the number 1 receiver, Brooks Fuller. Something I'm sure the coaches up in the booth are talking to Coach White about in the event that they will see that. So the Tigers are 1st and 10 at the Brookings 16-yard line as the quarter runs down. We have a 0-0 game here at Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium. It's been a couple good drives by both offenses, but both stalled early. We will take a short break for the quarter as the officials change ends of the field to start the second quarter. We are back to action here on the campus of SDSU, where the Tigers are once again threatening to score. Second time the Tigers have been inside the Brookings 20. Their last drive inside the red zone resulted in a missed field goal from kicker John White, was just left of the upright. Now 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Snap and a handoff to number 30, Jack Anderson. Stutter steps in the backfield and then hits it hard and is down near the 10. Tackled by the interior line there. Looked like number 50 for Brookings getting up, Gus Miller. Miller, just a sophomore, but 6'3" and 240 pounds. A gain of almost 7 for Anderson and a long 4 yards, long 3 yards for Harrisburg. A blitz off the left side. Anderson sneaks down inside the 3-yard line. Lost his footing near the 5, almost into the end zone. Brought down by number 44 for Brookings, Ryan McMahon. That will pick up a first down for the Tigers, so it's 1st and goal from their 2. Hand off to Anderson over the left side. He's taken down low and is short of the goal line. Getting up off the pile for the Bobcats is number 56, Heath Bullington. A short gain for Anderson on that run will bring up 2nd down and goal from about the 1-yard line for the Tigers. The Tigers are staying. This time they will go slot to the top and bring Lose into the backfield in front of Anderson. Toss to number 30, Anderson, and he's in for the touchdown. So Coach White opts for the pitch on the play, gambling that Brookings was probably trying to plug inside the tackles, and it pays off with Anderson's first touchdown of the game and the first score that we have had. So it's 6-0 very early in the 2nd quarter. John White will line up for the extra point out of the hold of Troy Connect and the snap of number 45, Max Anderson. Brookings looks to bring pressure off the right side. White's kick is up and off the face of the Dyke House Student Athlete Center, making the score 7-0 Tigers with 10 minutes and 49 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. We'll take a short break as the teams get set for the first kickoff of our 2nd quarter. Your Tigers take the first lead 7-0 very early in the 2nd quarter of our game. We'll be right back. We are back for the kickoff. Number 24, John White, is set to kick off for the Tigers. Teeing the ball up on the right hash. The referees have set the ball to play, and White will approach the ball. A high end-over-end kick, but short. Brookings will let it bounce at the 20. Ball is picked up by one of the upbacks on the play, number 56, Heath Bullington. Bullington is able to take the ball out near the 35-yard line, just short, being marked at the 34. So Brookings will have its first possession of the 2nd quarter at the 34-yard line. Both the Bobcats and the Tigers had decent first drives that didn't end in points, and then 3 and outs. So we'll see what the Bobcats are able to do with their 3rd possession of the game. A quick pass out to the right side, and number 26 for the Tigers, Peyton Voss, is able to close very quickly. Carter Eideman, the receiver on that play for Brookings, is able to pick up 4 yards, bringing up 2nd down and 6 for Brookings. Another quick pass out to Von Fisher, and he is clipped right at the ankles. A great play by number 4 for the Tigers, Cole Tigan. Tigan able to fight off the block of the slot receiver and get to that quick throw out to Von Fisher. Von Fisher will lose 3 or 4 yards on the play, bringing up 3rd down and 11 for Brookings. Great job by Tigan to fight off that block. The quick pump fake. Sam Lose almost got into the backfield there, and quarterback Tanner Shepherdson had to pump fake once, allowing Tigan time to close. That double stacked receiver for Brookings at this time. Ball is overthrown to the slot receiver, number 21 for Brookings, Carter Idem. Shepherdson's incomplete pass will bring up 4th down and 11. So set to kick for Brookings is number 44, Ryan McMacken, and back deep for Harrisburg is number 10, Jai Rowert. Tigers are bringing some pressure on this kick, but it doesn't get home. Ball is taken up the left side by Rowert, and he's out near the 50-yard line. Will be marked closer to the 49 of the Tigers, I'm assuming. Tigers brought pressure that time, but Brookings was able to pick it up. Rowert with a nice 10-yard scamper up the left side and sets up the Tigers right at the midfield stripe. So we'll see what the Tigers have as an answer for a drive after a good march into the end zone for the first score of the game. The Tigers will come out with 5 wide, slot receivers to the bottom of the screen. Note Anderson's deep set so he can go in motion across the field to connect. We'll see if that is part of the play here. He does bring Anderson across the play, fakes the jet handoff, and is able to throw it to the seam, and it's nearly picked off. Connect through it behind number 7 for the Tigers, Jack Rayburn, and it was almost intercepted by number 11, Jacob Schoen for Brookings. Well-designed play, just a little behind Rayburn. And fortunately for Harrisburg, the ball was not intercepted. So 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers, who will bring Los into the backfield as a fullback in front of Anderson. Connect hands off to number 30, Jack Anderson, but he's met immediately by number 44, Ryan McMacken. A good tackle by McMacken, a senior middle linebacker, 5'11", 234 pounds. No gain, so 3rd down and 10 for Harrisburg. Slot receivers to the top of your screen with the single receiver at the bottom. Barking out the cadence is Connect. He'll take the pistol snap, and it looks like a fade route to number 2, Brooks Fuller. Fuller is able. It did look like there was a little bumping on the sideline, and they did throw the flag from the middle official. So there was contact here on the sidelines. The Brookings coaching staff upset with the call, but nonetheless it will be pass interference called on number 2 for Brookings, Justin Devine. Almost looked like number 2, Fuller, was not able to extend his right hand, so there may have been a little bit of hand fighting on the way down the field, and when Fuller went up to extend to catch, was not able to lift his right hand, indicating to that center official that there was contact before the pass reached the receiver. Rayburn now in motion will get the handoff around the right side. A good block by Anderson. Springs Rayburn around the right side, and he is knocked out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Anderson not only does the running duties for Harrisburg, but a great lead block on that jet play, is able to spring Jack Rayburn for a 1st down carry. So the Tigers once again inside the red zone of Brookings will come quickly to the line of scrimmage. Slot receivers to the bottom of your screen with a tight end and Rayburn in that deep set, with Jack Anderson dotting the I. Connect in the pistol formation, barks out signals. Blitz coming from Brookings. Handoff to Anderson, who's able to avoid the blitzing linebacker and get a good pickup. So in the chess game that is blitz and run for defenses and offenses, Brookings had a great call there as they blitzed off the Tigers' left side. That's where Anderson was supposed to run, but was able to do a jump cut and able to pick up 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 for Harrisburg. Los will step into the backfield with Anderson. Slot to the top of your screen. Connect tosses the ball out to number 30, Jack Anderson, who slips as he looked to cut back to the middle of the field. Anderson is upset with himself there as his feet slipped out from underneath him. Number 1, Sam Lehman for Brookings held his ground out there and forced Anderson back in, who slipped trying to cut back to the middle of the field. A slight loss or no gain for Anderson will bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers inside the Brookings 10-yard line. Play action pass for Connect, who will keep the ball himself and is right at the 5-yard line. So it will be considerably short of the 1st down for Harrisburg, a decision for Coach White and the Harrisburg staff, as it will be 4th down and 4. John White, number 24, runs onto the field. The ball will be on the right hash, placing the kicking tee at the 12-yard line. Will make this a 22-yard attempt for White. White missed earlier from 35 yards, had the distance but was left. Snap is good, hold is good, the kick is up, and it is no good. Again, wide left. The second kick White has missed to the left. Plenty of leg on that one. Actually, the ball stuck up on the patio in the Dyke House Student Athlete Center. So 2 missed field goals for the Tigers. They come up empty on a 3rd scoring attempt. Again, in high school, the ball does not stay at the attempted spot, but is moved out to the 20-yard line as a touchback. So Brookings will have the ball 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Quarterback ISO by number 3, and he is able to get to the outside, forced out of bounds by number 20 for the Tigers, Nick Shirato. Number 3, Tanner Shepardson, a nice play there, running the quarterback ISO with the fullback, Parker Beers, as the blocking back on the play. He was able to get a hold of number 35, the outside linebacker for the Tigers, Cade Bruggeman, and sprung Shepardson to the outside. A good block on the corner, and it was left to Shirato, the safety, to force him out of bounds. A 1st down and 10 for Brookings. Carter Idom goes across and stops, becomes a blocking back on the inside for Beers. Beers is met by number 65 on the play for the Tigers, Sam Dietert, and number 61, Tanner Kippis. So the inside tackles for the Tigers take care of that play. Gain of 2 for Brookings will bring up 2nd down and 8. The Tigers in their 4-3 defense right now with 2 high safeties, awaiting the formation from Brookings, who will put slot receivers to the top of the screen and stack them in a single receiver to the bottom of the screen. Motion across from Von Fisher. It is a quarterback ISO, brought down by number 26 for the Tigers, Voss. Don't know if that was called or not, or if they just read that the Tigers had a little pressure, but Shepardson did keep the ball there after looking downfield. Ended up being a quarterback draw that was very effective, bringing up 3rd and very short for Brookings. Trips receivers to the bottom of your screen, single to the top. Shepardson will take the snap, and the quarterback ISO again, but the edge is there for the Tigers. And number 27, Logan Warzeka. Number 50, Drew Gould, did a great job at defensive end of keeping Shepardson from going around the edge and made him backpedal. That gave Warzeka time to get Shepardson in the backfield, bringing up 4th and 5. So we went from 3rd and 1 to 4th and 5. Brookings will bring the punting unit onto the field. As always, near midfield, an opportunity for a punting team to try their fake, so I'm sure the Tigers will be aware. Deep for the Tigers is Rowert. In to kick is number 44, Ryan McMahon. They do punt it, but it is short and left. A nice catch on the sideline by one of the Tiger coaches right near the 45-yard line. So again, a short punt from Brookings will set the Tigers up with good field position, the ball being marked by the officials at the Harrisburg 48-yard line. So the Tigers with another opportunity. They've had 3 good chances to score with 2 missed field goals and the 1 touchdown on the board. Another drive set up near midfield for the Tigers. Single receivers left and right for Connect with Anderson in the backfield. Brookings is able to bring that corner down in the box once again, but Anderson does get outside and is able to take the ball over the 50-yard line down near the 40-yard line for Brookings. So Brookings once again sneaking that corner down into the box, bringing the safety out over the top of the receiver, but in that case Anderson is able to bounce it outside the corner and pick up 9 yards on the play. So second down and 1 for the Tigers. Connect turns and hands the ball off to Anderson, who's met right away, but is able to keep the legs turning and crosses the yard line to gain. So it will be a first down for the Tigers. Obviously, one of the keys to this game for Brookings is going to be focusing on Jack Anderson, who does get the lion's share of carries for the Tigers. Anderson has seen the ball quite a bit for this game, with some success on others, but Brookings, you can tell, is focusing on number 30. There are a lot of guys in the box, a 5-man front here, so the Tigers may have to become a little creative and use Anderson as a decoy at times. Connect keeps the ball over the left side, over the 40, and is able to pick up 2 to 3 yards on the play. Did have a receiver open at the time, but kept it safe for Coach Brandon White and tucked the ball and gained almost 4 yards on the play. So a decent gain for Connect. Will bring Rowert into the game for the Tigers, giving slot receivers to the top and Rowert in that deep receiver formation to the left. Brookings will counter with the 4-2 front. Ball is handed to Rowert. A good handoff. Big contact out on the edge by number 30, Jack Anderson, and number 1, Sam Lehman. Two yards short of the first down. Will bring up 3rd and 2 for the Tigers. Los into the backfield ahead of Anderson. Inside handoff to Los, catches Brookings off guard. One of those plays again where the linebackers were flowing to the outside, as that's where Anderson went, and the Tigers counter with the inside run from Sam Los. Los is able to pick up nearly 5 yards on the play and easily gets the 2 for the first down. Los will head off the field, bringing in 5 wide for the Tigers as Anderson moves to the slot at the top of the screen and trips to the bottom. Snap from center, Tanner Kippis. Connect throws the out to Jack Anderson, and it is ruled as a catch just outside the 30-yard line. Timeout is called. No indication yet. There we go. The Tigers call timeout with 1:32 left in the second quarter. Anderson catches the out route near the sidelines, but had to dive for the ball and unable to get out of bounds. That is the first timeout called by the Tigers, who will have 2 left. We will be back in just a few seconds to pick up the drive. 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers. So as both teams come from their sidelines here, the Tigers have the ball just outside the red zone at the 21-yard line of Brookings. They'll come out in that 5-wide formation once again with 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Connect, the only person in the backfield. Shotgun snap, Connect sets. Pass is complete to number 2, Brooks Fuller, and in for the touchdown. We did not get a signal right away from either official, but Fuller did end up laying right near the checkers in the end zone, and they say he did cross the line of scrimmage cross the goal line before his knee went down. So the Tigers are up 13-0 as they line up for the point after attempt. Number 24, John White, to do the kicking out of the hold of Troy Connect. Snap is good by Max Anderson. The hold is down. White hits the left upright, and the ball caroms in, so the kick is good. White has been left on 3 kicks now. The first extra point was good, but as we noted, he did miss 2 field goals to the left side and now hit the left upright on his second extra point. Luckily for the Tigers, he hit on the inside of the upright and caromed inside to make it a good field goal. So with 1:22 left in the second quarter, the Tigers take a 2-touchdown lead, 14-0 over Brookings. Setting up deep for Brookings is number 5, Parker Beers, and number 2, Justin Devine. John White set again to do the kicking for Harrisburg. Brookings will be looking to set up this drive with only 1:32. We'll need some good field position. Look for them to try. Ball bounces and rolls down. This is a live ball picked up near the 5-yard line. And the Tigers are able to take the ball away. And the Tigers will have the ball near the 5-yard line. A great play by the Tigers kickoff team. I did not get a number as of yet, trying to see who they're tackling on the sideline, but the Tiger defender was able to rip the ball out of the arms of the ball carrier. We do have a flag near the 10-yard line. We will await the call. It's a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Brookings. So this had to happen after the play, which is usually someone saying or doing something taunting or to the official. Still not able to see who that Tiger was on the sideline. We'll try to get that number for you at halftime. Was able to strip the ball away from the running back or receiver in this case. And the Tigers are set up inside the 5-yard line with 1:15 left before halftime. A great opportunity for a touchdown going into the locker room. Hand off to number 30, Jack Anderson, and he sprints over the left side, and Anderson is in. So a one-play drive for the Tigers off a big special teams turnover. Anderson in for the touchdown will make the score 20-0 with 1:10 left. And so the Tigers will take some momentum into the locker room as long as they're able to keep Brookings from a big special teams play. John White lining up for the point after. Kick is up and splits the uprights this time, is good. So the Tigers up 21-0 off of the big special teams turnover. We'll be back in just a few seconds for the kickoff. We are back on the campus of SDSU at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium. The Tigers, John White, set to kick the ball off. Back deep is number 14, Von Fisher for Brookings, and number 5, Parker Beers. Ball is teed up on the right hash. Brookings let the ball bounce last kickoff at the 20-yard line and ended up rolling down near the 5. Flag on the play. It looked like the Tigers kickoff team was offsides. when White made contact with that ball. So they'll move the ball back 5 yards and re-kick. Trying to look on that right side of the Tigers kickoff team to see who the young man who may have stripped that ball was. You may see the X on the field marking the kickoff spot. Note this is a college stadium, so it's back to the 35-yard line, where White will now kick off from that collegiate spot after the 5-yard penalty. Same returners for Brookings. This time the Tigers are onside, and a deep kick from White will bring Beers back to the 15-yard line. He does have a crease, but is met at the 45 by the kicker, John White. So White able to bring down Beers, but Beers able to bring the ball out near the 50-yard line to start the Brookings drive with 1:03 left before halftime. Brookings does have all 3 of its timeouts left, so does not have to throw the ball, but look for them to go to the air to quickly get down the field. Defensive end for the Tigers, Sam Lose, has had a lot of success. A quick throw out to number 21, Carter Idom, and he is forced out of bounds. Voss is able to force him out of bounds after a gain of 3, bringing up 2nd down and 7. So quick throws so far from Brookings. The Tiger blitz has not been able to get much pressure. We'll see if they go to a 5 or 7 step drop if the Tigers bring pressure. Once again, a very quick throw out to number 11 for the Bobcats, Jacob Schoen, and a quick tackle by Voss, and number 34 for the Tigers, Brady Schultz. 47. We're getting word that the Tiger who stripped that ball was number 47, Malcolm McDonald, on that kickoff play. So as Brookings calls its first timeout, the ball carrier was brought down on the inside the line and the clock was running, so they called their first timeout. We're hearing that it was number 47, Malcolm McDonald, who was on that kickoff and able to strip the ball away from the Brookings kick returner, setting up the Tigers' 3rd touchdown of the first half. So we've seen a lot of good scoring drives for the Tigers. 2 stalled inside the red zone, and we had 2 missed field goals, but the Tigers had 2 good marches down the field and put the ball in the end zone, and then off the quick turnover inside the 5-yard line, the Tiger offense scored on 1 play with Jack Anderson diving into the end zone, bringing us to our 21-0 score. 50 seconds left as Brookings comes up to the line of scrimmage in a tight formation. The ball is fumbled. So Brookings looking for a little bit of trickeration there as they went with the double reverse, and the ball was mishandled between the receivers, and the Tigers fall on the ball right near midfield. The Tigers do have 2 timeouts left and 45 seconds. May look to get John White into field goal range, or the Tigers may take the momentum and just kneel on the ball going into halftime. The spread formation would tell me that Coach White is going to go for some yardage and a possible touchdown or field goal with 45 seconds left on the clock. Connect is back, looks deep up the sideline, and it is caught by Jack Anderson on the wheel route to the right side. Good throw by Connect and a great catch by number 30, Jack Anderson. Anderson started in the slot and ran the wheel route up the sideline. Connect able to read the safety coming to the middle of the field and threw it to Anderson on the sideline. Coach White will call timeout with 37 seconds left on the clock. The Tigers have 1 timeout remaining in the quarter, and the ball inside the 20 once again for Harrisburg. This is the 5th time the Tigers have been inside the red zone in the first half, so offensively have been moving the ball with success. 3 touchdowns, 1 coming recently off the turnover on special teams, but 4 quality drives by the offense into the red zone, 2 resulting in missed field goals and 2 in touchdowns. If you remember, Brookings did defer, so they will get the ball coming out of the locker room after halftime, so the Tigers may be looking to put more points up as we go into halftime. Harrisburg will bring trip receivers to the bottom of your screen and slot to the top. Anderson again moves to that slot receiver at the top of your screen, leaving Connect alone in the backfield. Bringing Anderson in motion, he will fake the handoff and throw the out route to number 2, Brooks Fuller. Fuller able to get the first down and step out of bounds, stopping the clock right at the 8-yard line. So once again, using Jack Anderson as a decoy, bringing the receiver with him and the defender, and then throwing the out route behind it. The Tigers will bring Los into the backfield with 32 seconds left on the clock and 1st and goal inside the 10. The handoff is to Anderson off the right side, following Los. The Tigers will get up to the ball very quickly, maybe looking to spike and save a timeout. And that is what Connect will do. Connect will spike the ball with 18 seconds left on the clock, bringing up 3rd down and goal for the Tigers. So the Tigers will have 2 plays and a timeout, so they can run. Late timeout, looks like Brookings is going to call timeout to talk over their defensive strategy for the play. So the Tigers do have a run-pass option here, as they do have 1 timeout left on the clock with 18 seconds left. Without clocking that ball, the Tigers are almost a guarantee to throw the ball on that next play, as it would take too long to get the kicking unit or call another play onto the field. So by clocking the ball, Coach White gives himself a run-pass option on this 3rd down play. Again, to set the scene, the Tigers have the ball 1st and goal at the 4-yard line of the Brookings Bobcats. We have 18 seconds left on the clock, with the Tigers leading 21-0. The Tigers do have that lone timeout left for this half. Brookings called the timeout there to discuss how they want to defend this run-pass option from the Tigers. Anderson will remain in the backfield here as the running threat. The Tigers have a 2 tight end set with receivers left and right. Sherrado and Fuller are the receivers. Connect turns around and hands off to Anderson over the left side, and he is into the end zone for the 4th touchdown for the Tigers in this half. Good surge by the front line of the Tigers. Off that left side, Sam Dietert, Tanner Kippis, and Anderson is in for his 2nd touchdown of the game. John White will line up to kick the extra point out of the hold from Troy Connect. Long snapper for the Tigers is Max Anderson. Snap is good, hold, kick is up, and is good. So with 14 seconds left in the first half, Harrisburg will take a 4-touchdown lead, 28-0 over the Bobcats. So a drive that started with 1:32 left, the Tigers are able to put the ball in the end zone and drive nearly 50 yards in under 1:15 to go up 4 scores on Brookings. A good mix of run and pass on that drive for the Tigers, as Connect was able to throw to Anderson, and Anderson has a couple good runs and puts the ball over the goal line. Deep for Brookings will be number 2, Justin Devine, and number 5, Parker Beers. Set to kick is number 24, John White. Just to his left, you see number 47, Malcolm McDonald. Again, Malcolm was the special teams player who was able to strip that ball and set up the Tigers' third touchdown from the 4-yard line. White approaches the ball. It is a squib kick that is dove on near the 28-yard line by number 56 for Brookings, Heath Bullington. A lot of times special teams coaches will call for that squib kick in case the opposing team has set up a trick play, thus messing with the timing if they were going to do a reverse or throwback, getting the ball in the hands of one of their upbacks rather than those returners. Brookings does have 2 timeouts left and 11 seconds. They will hand the ball to number 11, Jacob Schoen, who is able to go around the right side near the 40-yard line. He is forced out of bounds. So a good run by Schoen. The Tigers no doubt playing a little loose defense on these plays as they don't want to give up the long touchdown. They'll be happy to give up first down runs as long as the Bobcats don't go over the top and score a touchdown. So with the ball marked right at the 40-yard line and a 1st and 10, Brookings has 1 play left with 2 seconds left on the clock before half. A lot of times these plays are things that teams will practice at the beginning and end of practices to see what they would do if there's only seconds left in the half or a game. So maybe we'll see something Brookings has been working on over the past few weeks, and we'll see how the Tigers attempt to defend. A long discussion in the Brookings huddle about this play. Brookings will come to the near hash, the ball right at the 40-yard line. The formation will have 1 receiver down to the bottom of the screen and trips to the top. The Tigers will have 4 down linemen and have back their linebackers and safeties and corners up. Number 5 Beers into the slot, runs the wheel route, intercepted by number 3 Jackson Garnes. So the same wheel route that Jack Anderson was able to catch on the Tigers sideline is called by Brookings, but Jackson Garnes sinks deep for the Tigers and ends the threat with an interception as the Tigers and Bobcats run inside for halftime. We will take a break as the halftime festivities begin. We will try to get you some stats as the DAC Stats reporter is in Brookings building today. Tiger fans, as we do have both teams taking the field now after the halftime performance, do have a few halftime update scores for you around 11A. Don't have many reporting. Watertown is down 27-0 over, against Brandon Valley. Sioux Falls O'Gorman is up 34-0, and in that game that has some potential to have an effect on the two teams playing here tonight, Pierre is leading Mitchell at halftime 14-0. So those are three reporting. We will keep you up to date on any other 11A scores that we are able to find. We will be back in a few minutes with the second half kickoff of this 11A contest between Brookings and Harrisburg. Tiger fans, we are back for second half action here where the Tigers are leading Brookings 28-0 after 4 touchdowns in the first half. 3 turnovers caused by the Tiger defense. 2 of those turned into touchdowns. 1 was actually by the special teams, where we had a strip ball from the kick returner setting up the Tigers for a short touchdown. Brookings did defer to the second half and will be getting the ball. Deep for them is number 5, Preston Beers, and it looks like number 3, Shepherdson. Kicking for the Tigers is John White. Ball is kicked deep. Taken by Beers at just outside the 10. He goes into the middle and is up to the hash. Turning his feet, brought down by number 47, Malcolm McDonald. McDonald was the individual. Ooh, it looks like Beers may be down. That tackle was one of those where he was wrapped up and swung to the ground. Hopefully it's not a lower leg injury. He is being helped up. That was not the ball carrier, however, it was number 53, Tucker Christie. May have gotten rolled up on that tackle. Good return by Beers brings the ball out near the 40-yard line, where Brookings will start 1st and 10 on the first possession of the second half. Good to see the Tiger offense getting a good push in this game. Jet motion handoff to number 21. An edge is set well on a great open field tackle by number 4, Cole Tigan on the play. Number 21, Carter Idom, did go in motion in that jet, but from his safety position, Tigan came up hard and filled and was able to catch Idom in the backfield for a loss of 3 yards. So it will be 2nd down and 13 for Brookings. Slots to both sides with Von Fischer in motion. Fake the jet, handoff up the middle to Beers, where he's swallowed up by the interior of the Tigers. In on the tackle, number 27, Logan Warzeka, and 61, Tanner Kippis. A short gain on the play will bring up 3rd down and 11 for Brookings. So 2 good defensive plays by the Tigers, catching that jet sweep around the edge, and then the interior of the Tigers staying tough once they faked it. Vaughn Fisher will come to the left side of the formation and then go in motion back to the right. Ball is fumbled on the snap, but will be covered up very quickly by Shepherdson. Ball rolled past Shepherdson's feet, but he was able to fall on the ball. Was able to cover it at the 30-yard line, but that will bring up 4th down and over 20 yards for Brookings. So back to punt is number 44, Ryan McMack, and deep for the Tigers, number 10, Jai Roward. Ball is snapped over McMahon's head and is rolling around the 5. He picks the ball up and will be tackled inside the 5-yard line. So another great special teams play by the Harrisburg Tigers. The errant snap from Brookings on the tackle, number 27, Logan Warzeka. So we'll see if the Tigers can take advantage of another good special teams play. This is the 2nd time in this game the Tiger special teams has set up their offense inside the 5. Last time it was a handoff to Jack Anderson, and off the left side he was able to score in 1 play. Troy Connect will bring the Tigers up. Excuse me, this is a Wildcat with Jack Rayburn. Flags on the play. New signal caller in the game. May have a little different rhythm. Looked like we had an offensive lineman and possibly someone in that backfield false start. So the Tigers go with the Wildcat formation, bringing normal wide receiver Jack Rayburn into the QB. This will move the ball back near the 9.5-yard line, bringing up 1st down and goal for the Tigers from that spot. Connect back in the game with a 2 tight end set. Receivers to each side, and Jack Anderson dots the I in the backfield. The handoff off the right side, in quickly on Anderson is number 11 for the Bobcats, Jacob Schoen. Bringing up. That will bring up 2nd down and goal for the Tigers. Anderson is able to take the ball near the 6-yard line. Slot receivers to the top of your screen with Connect in the pistol. Rayburn will go in motion deep. The fake inside and a pitch to Rayburn, who cannot get the corner. Good play by cornerback number 1, Sam Lehman, for the Bobcats. Does his job on the outside and is able to take down Rayburn for a loss. So the Tigers will be moved back near the 12-yard line. Loss of 3 on that pitch play. 3rd down and goal from the 12-yard line. So the Tigers moving backwards here a little bit as they had the ball inside the 5. Did get the penalty. Roll to the right for Connect. A jump pass. And they are ruling incomplete. We did see the ball hop off the turf. Looked like maybe some miscommunication between Connect and his receiver on that play. Connect was looking for the receiver to stop at the hash, and the receiver ran the out route and nearly picked off by number 1, Sam Lehman. So 2 good plays from Lehman on that possession for Brookings. John White is in to attempt the 29-yard field goal. Max Anderson will long snap for the Tigers to the hold of Troy Connect. Snap is good, hold, kick is up, and this kick is good for John White. So after missing 2 in the first half, White redeems himself with a second-half field goal for the Tigers. So with 8 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game, the Tigers take a 31-0 lead. Another good special teams play by the Tigers, helped a little bit by the snap over the head of Brookings' punter. But nonetheless, the Tigers set up their offense, 1st and goal inside the 5. After the penalty and a couple good defensive plays by Brookings, the Tigers are able to put 3 points on the board as John White is 1 for 3 this evening. White will bring the kicking team out onto the field where he'll set the ball up on the right hash. Deep for Brookings is number 14, Von Fisher. And number 2, Justin Devine. Ball is blown ready to play as White gets his steps for the kickoff. The Tigers again leading 31-0 early in the second half of this game. A high, deep end-over-end kick will be taken by Devine near the 15, where he's met by number 45 for Harrisburg, Max Anderson. Also the long snapper for the Tigers, but a good special teams tackle by Max Anderson, keeping the ball shy of the 30-yard line. Brookings will have its second possession of the second half, first down and 10, with the tip of the ball at their own 30-yard line. Slot receivers left and right. Now another snap on the ground, and it is loose. Looks like the Tigers have fallen on the ball at the 5-yard line. So Brookings having problems with the snap, both on offense and special teams. We had a snap roll in the first possession that cost them some yardage and eventually not getting the first down. And then on that same possession, a high snap over the punter's head set the ball up inside the 5 for the Tigers. This time on their first snap from scrimmage, a high and left snap over the quarterback's head is recovered on the 5-yard line, setting up the Tigers first and goal again from the 5. Sam Lose in the backfield with Jack Anderson. Connect takes the snap and hands it off to Anderson. A good push off the left side will take the ball down near the 2-yard line. The interior of the Brookings defensive line and linebackers able to hold up as Lose led the way on that ISO. This time they'll move Lose to the fullback position on the right side of Connect with Anderson deep in the backfield. Slot to the bottom of your screen. Inside handoff to Lose, and he is in for the touchdown as both officials signal. So once again, using that fake pitch out to Jack Anderson and giving the ball inside to Sam Lose. A great push by the Tigers offensive line. Lose is in for the touchdown, bringing our score 37-0 as they line up for the point after attempt. Once again, Anderson to snap to connect the holder, and John White to attempt the point after. Snap is good, hold is good, the kick is good as well. So with 7:54 left in the third quarter, the Tigers extend their lead to 37-0 as they come back downfield for the kickoff. You can't ask for much better starting field position than the Tigers have had in this half. The first possession starting at the 4.5-yard line and the second one starting at the 5-yard line. Technically, the Tigers, if you add penalty yardage, have negative offensive yardage for this half, but yet still have 10 points on the board with the 2 short possessions. John White will bring the kicking team back onto the field, once again setting the ball up, this time in the middle of the field. Deep for the Bobcats is number 14, Isaac Von Fisher, and number 2, Justin Devine. Only 5 plays run for Brookings in this half, but on 3 of those plays, botched snaps, very costly for Brookings. They were able to fall on the one, and on the second was during the punt, where the Tigers took over twice. Von Fisher takes the ball up the right side, where he is wrapped up by number 19 for the Tigers, Cade Boyer. A good kick by White and good coverage on the left side of the Tigers special teams will have Brookings starting inside their 25-yard line for their second possession. An inside handoff to Beers into the interior of the Tiger line. Getting up off the bottom of the pile is number 46, Los, and number 27, Warzeka. A gain of 3 on the play will bring up 2nd down and 7. Brookings up to the line of scrimmage with slot receivers to the top, along with a wing and an I-back. Guard pulling on that play, but is wrapped up by number 35, Cade Brueggemann. Short gain on the play brings up 3rd and about 5 yards for Brookings, deep in their own territory. A big play for Brookings, if not only for a 1st down, but to shift the field position, as the Tigers have enjoyed about as good as you can have, starting at the 5-yard line and the 4.5. An important play for Brookings as they come up for the 3rd and 5. Flip the formation from the last play. A toss out to the right side, a good edge is set, and the Tigers are up for the task, as number 4, Cole Tigan, came up from his safety position to make the stop. A good job by number 62 for the Tigers on that play. Jim Nebelcek and number 50, Drew Gould, to hold that edge on the side. Brookings will be back in punt formation with number 44, Ryan McMahon. Deep is Jai Rowert. The last punt had an errant snap that went over McMackin's head. Good snap this time, and McMackin is able to get off a deep end-over-end punt taken by Rowert at the 40. Rowert breaks to the outside and gets a couple blocks, but is wrapped up by number 2 on the play, Justin Devine. So a good return by Rowert brings the ball up to the Brookings side of the field, where the Tigers will start 1st down and 10 at the 46. 3 possessions in a row the Tigers have started in Brookings territory. Handoff to Anderson over the right side and is brought down by Sam Latham. He has done a great job out there at that corner. We do have a flag on the play. The Brookings Bobcats do play press coverage and do battle right at that line of scrimmage. A very difficult block for a receiver to sustain on these outside plays. The call is an illegal block in the back. That is a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and will back the Tigers up into their territory at their 42-yard line. Will end up being a 12-yard penalty on the Tigers. 1st down and 22 for Harrisburg. Penalty on the play. Dead ball. False start on the Tigers. Don't know if I saw any movement unless the center twitched the ball on the field, but the linesman on our side did throw the flag and said the Tigers were guilty of a false start, moving the ball back 5 more yards. 1st down and 27 for Harrisburg. Just over 5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Tigers starting a deep hole on this drive with back-to-back penalties. 1st and long for the Tigers. Snap to connect, fake handoff, and the throw out, complete. to number 20, Nick Sherrato on the play. So a play action pass quickly gets the Tigers up to the original line of scrimmage or just shy for 2nd down and 11. So a good pickup on 1st and long with the play action pass. The Tigers looking to chip back to get this 1st down. 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Connect turns, again fakes the handoff, throws out to number 46, Sam Lose, who's able to shake a tackle and is out near the 1st down. So back-to-back play-action passes for the Tigers, and this time the quick swing out to the up-back, Sam Lose. Lose ends up 2 yards shy of the 1st down, bringing up 3rd down and 2 for the Tigers. Again, nearing that 4-down territory mark for Harrisburg, as the punt in the end zone will only net you about 18 yards. The Tigers fake the snap and then look to the sideline, where Coach Muth and Coach White are signaling in plays. A toss out to number 30, Jack Anderson, who finds a hole over the left side. Anderson is brought down by number 2, Justin Devine, but not before he is able to cross the 35-yard line and actually down to the 32, where he rolled over the Brookings player and was not marked down until the 32-yard line. So good effort by Anderson. Will get the 1st down. Apologize for the lack of stats for this half. The DAC stats person did not stay, so I do not have a lot of information on stats. We will look to see if we can find some at the end of the game. A handoff to Anderson over the right side, and he breaks into the secondary. Anderson brought down again by number 2, Justin Devine. So the Tiger offensive line starting to impose their will here, as we've had some good carries by Anderson. I'm guessing the play-action pass is having a little bit of effect on Brookings, as we've effectively ran 2 back-to-back play-action passes, sucking up that linebacker crew. A 2 tight end set here with Connect and Anderson dotting the I in the back. He will turn off, and Anderson is actually tripped up by Tanner Kippis. Kippis attempting to block for him on the right side there, and him and Anderson's feet got caught up as Anderson tried to go around the right side. Jack is tripped and does gain 1 yard on the play, bringing up 2nd down and 9. Nick Sherrato, the receiver, down to the bottom of your screen, and Brooks Fuller up at the top. A 2 tight end set for the Tigers with Anderson in the backfield. Brookings showing blitz. Flag on the play. And the pass is complete. False start on the Tigers. The referee may have signaled Jack Anderson there for a quick start. The pass was caught, but obviously on the dead ball, the play is not live. The ball brought back near the 25-yard line, where the Tigers have the ball, 2nd and 14. Jai Roert in motion. Roert has handed the ball, a crack block by the receiver, and Anderson is out front. Roert is collared near the 12-yard line. A good crack block by number 2, Brooks Fuller, coming from his wide receiver position down to get the outside linebacker. And then Jack Anderson takes the corner on the block. Well-designed play by Coach White and very well run by the Tigers. A big block by number 2, Brooks Fuller, to spring Jai Roert. 3rd down and 2 for the Tigers. Roert this time with a deep set. Anderson jump cuts to the left and is out near the 10-yard line, which is the yard he has to gain. Signal is a 1st down from the linesman. So Anderson with a very effective jump cut to the left side and is able to gain the 1st down. So the Tigers are set once again, 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. The Tigers are leading 38-0 as we're under 2 minutes in the 3rd quarter. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. The 2 receiver set. Double tight ends with Jack Anderson dotting the backfield. Connect turns, bobbled snap, and Connect will be sacked at the 20-yard line. Couldn't tell if the snap was off to his left or we just bobbled it. That was enough to throw off the timing, and a sack by number 55 from Brookings, Dylan Jensen. Jensen, a 6'4", 230-pound senior, able to capitalize on the bobbled snap. That will move the ball back to the 19-yard line, so a 10-yard loss on the sack for the Tigers. The Tigers will go empty with Anderson out to the slot. Motion across, will hand the jet. Anderson has a seam out the right side and is able to get back near the original line of scrimmage, which was the 9-yard line. So the Tigers taking Anderson and moving him to the slot, but still handing off the ball in the jet sweep with the trips blockers to the bottom of the screen. A pickup of 10 for the Tigers, bringing up 3rd down and 9. Same formation for the Tigers with double tight ends. A deep pass for Fuller, almost had the catch in the back corner of the end zone, but the ball falls incomplete. On the coverage for Brookings is number 1, Sam Lehman. So 4th down decision for Coach White, very quickly made as he sends John White out to the right hash. White will attempt his 4th field goal of the night. Missed his first 2 to the left, but was able to connect on the 3rd. The tee will be placed at the 17-yard line, making this a 27-yard field goal attempt for White. The snap from Anderson, the hold by Connect, the kick is up. And the kick is good for White, so bringing him back to 500 for the evening. White is 2 for 4, making our score 41-0 as they come back downfield for the kickoff. John White set to tee the ball up in the middle of the field. Deep for Brookings is Von Fisher and Devine. Ball is ready for play, and White takes his steps. The Tigers a good offensive showing here after struggling a bit in the last few games. A lot of that transition moving from starting quarterback Hunter Headley to backup Connect, who has done a great job leading the offense this evening. Devine takes the ball down near the 10-yard line, does find a seam off the left side, and is dragged down by 2 Tigers, number 47, Malcolm Reed, and number 9, Jacob Hansen. Tackle Devine out of bounds. A good return up near the 40-yard line will be marked at the 39 for Brookings to start this possession. Tiger defense once again having a very good game as they have shut the Bobcats out so far near the end of this 3rd quarter. We do have 13 seconds left, so this could be our final play. Handoff up the middle to Beers, where he's wrapped up around the ankles by number 27, Logan Warzeka, the first Tiger to grab him. That will run us to the end of the 3rd quarter, where the Tigers lead the Brookings Bobcats 41-0. as we take a timeout as they switch ends of the field. Ball is ready for play here as we begin the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 7 for the Bobcats. Play action pass out to Von Fisher, caught near the 40-yard line, cuts back into the field, is still on his feet, and will take the ball over the 50-yard line. So good swing pass from Shepherdson to Von Fisher will pick up the first down for Brookings, moving the ball into Tiger territory where they will have 1st and 10 at the Tiger 48. Brookings players looking to their sideline for their offensive signal. We will have slot receivers to the bottom of the screen and the top. Shepherdson in the shotgun. Von Fisher in motion. Just missed by the blitzing linebacker, Reed. And Von Fisher looks to lose a little bit of yardage on that. Great timing by the Tigers and set the edge over there. I believe number 35, Cade Brueggemann, looks like it might have been also defensive end number 34, Brady Schultz. So a good job by the Tigers, right side of their defense, to keep Von Fisher from getting that corner, and actually lost about a half a yard. So 2nd down and a long 10 for Brookings. Shepherdson takes the snap. Fake shovel pass, and then it is out to Item. Item is brought down. A good hit by Logan Warzeka, assisted on the play by number 38, Ryan Meyer. So a fake shovel pass by Brookings did not fool the Tigers, as they were able to hold Edom to a short 3-yard gain, bringing up 3rd down and a long 7. Just at the 46-yard line of the Tigers. Double slot formation. Von Fisher in motion. A fake jet this time. A few of the interior Tigers did go for that jet fake, and the quarterback, Shepherdson, was able to get a nice quarterback draw up the middle. So a well-designed fake there by Shepherdson did get some of the Tigers to go with Von Fisher, and we have a timeout on the field for an injury. Shepherdson is short of the line to gain. Looks like it will be marked near the 40-yard line when we return to play. That will bring up 4th down and 2 for Brookings. We will look to update you on some of the other 11 AA scores as we come back from the timeout. As number 50 for the Bobcats, Gus Miller, a 6'3" sophomore, is helped off the field by his teammates. We will resume play. A few scores that we do have. Brandon Valley is up on Watertown, 34-0. And in another 11A score, O'Gorman is up by the same score over Huron, 34-0. We will keep you updated on scores as we get them. Brookings has trips receivers to the top of the screen. The ball is fumbled on the snap, and Shepherdson once again has to fall on the ball. So snapping problems for Brookings has caused them problems. With that being a 4th down play, the Tigers will take over 1st down and 10 at the 43-yard line So again, some snapping issues for Brookings has caused them problems on special teams as well as the offense. One other score to update with you. Mitchell has scored in that Pierre game, so it is a 7-point game, 14-7 with Pierre leading Mitchell. As we resume play here, a penalty flag is thrown. Harrisburg had 12 men on the field. Illegal substitution is called. I believe Coach White is arguing that it's not 12 men in the huddle. The argument goes to no avail as the Tigers did not huddle on the play but ran onto the field. In the official's mind, the 12th man on the field was enough for the penalty, so the Tigers will have first down and 15. Toss to number 30, Jack Anderson, shakes one tackler and is caught from behind. Ball may have been fumbled. Officials have signaled that it is Brookings' ball. So the first turnover of the evening tonight by the Tigers. Anderson, after a very good run around the right side, looked like he was hit from the side and it may have jarred the ball loose. So on the turnover, Brookings will take over first down and 10 at the Tiger 47-yard line. Brookings will have slot receivers top and bottom. Shepherdson back to throw. The quick pass is the out to 21 Item, who is quickly taken down by cornerback number 3 for the Tigers, Jackson Garnes. Excuse me, the Tigers have made some substitutions. That was number 8, Sam Christensen, on the tackle. A few defensive changes for the Tigers here. We will try to get you those new names as they make our plays. Sam Christensen, number 8, the new corner up at the top of your screen, able to tackle Brookings for a gain of 3 where it is second down and 7. Play action pass from Shepherdson. Ball is caught. By number 88 for Brookings. Very quick tackle on the play by number 38, Ryan Meyer. Meyer almost there as the ball was delivered. So a very short gain for Brookings on the out route. Good coverage by Meyer. Brookings will come up in a double tight end formation. Play action pass. Caught by the tight end number 11. Good play action pass by Shepherdson and a complete pass to number 11, Jacob Schoon. So the tight formation lets the tight end sneak out in the corner route, and he is able to pick up the first down just inside the Tigers' 35-yard line. Seven minutes left in our ball game here as Brookings is mounting a drive on this possession. The quick out to number 81 on the play. Caught by Seth Sweeland. Brought down by Sam Christensen for the Tigers. Gain of 9 on the play will bring up second down and 1. Again, the Tigers playing with that 41-point lead do have their corners off the receivers a little bit. Brookings takes advantage with a quick throw, a solid tackle from Christensen, but not before Brookings gains 9 yards on the play. Ball is handed off to Beers up the middle. Enough for the first down on the play. Stepping up off the pile for the Tigers is number 79, Parker Poppy. And also on the play, number 62, Jim Nibelsack. Brookings makes a substitution. Clock nearing 6 minutes left in this ball game. The Tigers have made multiple substitutions on the defensive side of the ball. Brookings has countered with a few of their own, but many starters left, still getting some quality snaps for their starters. Whistle blows. Delay of game is called against Brookings. So that little delay of the substitution and the play coming in cost Brookings 5 yards as they'll move the ball back to the 26-yard line where it will be first down and 15. Clock now under 6 minutes in the ball game with the Tigers leading 41-0. Brookings is driving on this possession in the fourth quarter. Shepherdson is back, brings the ball on the under route to number 19, who shakes a couple tackles, Jay Wilbur. Wilbur fumbles the football, and it is given to the Tigers, recovered by number 9, Jacob Hansen. So after a couple great moves by Wilbur, he is hit by the Tigers, and Jacob Hansen recovers the football. So the Tigers bend but don't break on defense and are able to come up with the turnover, placing the ball at the 13-yard line where the Tiger offense will come out onto the field. Connect still in at quarterback for the Tigers. Hands the ball off up the middle to number 32, Brecken Hamilton. Hamilton with a good push up the middle. Tigers again making multiple substitutions on the offensive side of the ball as well. Ball is handed off up the middle once again. Brecken Hamilton once again on the carry. The Tigers still keeping number 15, Troy Connect. The quarterback position has been a little rough for the Tigers this season. First losing starter Jacob Headley to a broken collarbone, and last week losing JV quarterback Nathan Tuttle to a leg injury. So the Tigers are short at the quarterback position and thus keeping Connect on the field to run the show. Handoff on that play to number 45, Max Anderson. Short gain brings up 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers. 4.5 minutes left in this game. Connect with the handoff to number 88, Riley Stoffer on the play. Stoffer, a senior for the Tigers, with the carry. Will lose a few yards on the play, and the Tigers will set up in their punt formation. Back deep, number 27, Logan Warzeka. Deep for the Bobcats, number 19, Jay Wilbur. Warzeka's kick will be fair caught by number 14, Isaac Von Fisher. We do have a flag on the play. Very late flag thrown by the deep official right at the 40-yard line. The referees will huddle to discuss, but again, that flag was thrown very late on the play, almost after the play. It was a fair catch, and the Tiger defender was very close to him as he caught the ball, possibly kick-catch interference, or maybe one of the Bobcats or Tigers said something after the play that the official overheard. The referees will huddle once again. To set some of the defenders for the Tigers. Ryan Hill, number 16 here at corner. Number 53 for the Tigers playing our close defensive end is Elliot Buchanan. Looks as though they have waved off the flag after the discussion, so Brookings will start the drive, 1st and 10 at their 38.5-yard line. Slot formation top and bottom for the Bobcats. Number 3, Shepherdson is complete to item, where he is wrestled out of bounds by number 8, Sam Christensen. So Christensen busy up at the top of the screen as Brookings has thrown multiple short passes over there. Another good job by Christensen to keep that gain to 1 yard on the pass play. Same double slot formation for Brookings. This time they go to the slot receiver, to the outside receiver running a slant. The ball is incomplete. So that incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down and 9 for Brookings at their own 40-yard line. Trips to the bottom of your screen with the single receiver up top. Shepherdson in the gun will take the snap. Short snap again, and Shepherdson has to pick the ball up and is on his knees when he does so, thus making him down. So another troubled snap for Brookings will bring up 4th down and long. Number 44, Ryan McMacken, back to do the punting chores for Brookings. Deep for the Tigers, number 8, Sam Christensen. Low snap, McMacken is able to pick it up in a low line drive kick that is rolling. Ball will roll dead right at the 25-yard line or a little ahead. So with the tip of the ball right at the 30-yard line, the Tigers will take over with 2.5 left in the game. Tigers hand off the ball. Number 17, Mason Prohl in at quarterback. Hands the ball off to number 32, Brecken Hamilton, who's able to pick up 5 on the play. Prohl, a junior wide receiver listed in the program, taking over the chore duties, and Hamilton goes around the left side. There is a flag on the play back at the line of scrimmage, but Hamilton with a burst of speed around the left side. Ball was thrown in the area of holding near the wide receiver. We'll wait to hear the call from the official. The signal is holding against the Tigers. Again, that's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Looks to be very near the original line of scrimmage, so we'll be backing the Tigers up 10 yards from the spot of the flag. The penalty will move the ball back to the 22-yard line for the Tigers, where it will be 2nd down and 13. Hand off to Hamilton, up the middle by Prohl. Excuse me, Max Anderson, number 45 on that carry. We are under a minute and a half here in the fourth quarter with the Tigers leading Brookings 41-0. Handoff to number 8, Sam Christensen around the right side on the jet sweep. Christensen able to gain about 2.5 yards. Will be about 11 yards short of the first down. Down marker says fourth down at scoreboard says third. But as it must be fourth down, the Tigers trade their punt unit in. Logan Warzeka back deep for the Tigers to return number 14, Von Fischer. A short punt off the side of Warzeka's foot. Rolls out of bounds near the 36-yard line. So a punt off the side of Warzeka's foot will give Brookings good field position as they will start 1st and 10 at the Brookings 36-yard line. 15 seconds left on the clock, so Brookings has time for 1 or 2 plays. The Tigers again leading the contest 41-0. Deep ball is out of bounds, intended for number 19, Jay Wilbur. So Shepherdson just a little off the mark there, missed the ball to the outside, so it was safely not intercepted, but too far out of bounds for Wilbur to catch. Clock will stop with 10 seconds on that incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 for Brookings. Ryan Hill on the coverage for the Tigers on that play. In good position as the ball went out of bounds. Shepherdson on a roll, deep and out of bounds, intended for number 14, Von Fischer. The ball does go out of bounds with 2 seconds left on the clock. So the incomplete pass will afford the Bobcats one more shot at that deep pass. Both of these efforts have been down the right sideline. This time they will switch to the trips to the top, singling up Hill on number 81, Seth Swelland. Shepherdson again loses the snap, and it is recovered by the running back number 2, Justin Devine, but with the fumbled snap, the clock hits 3 zeros, and the Tigers take the victory 41-0 here at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium. We'll take a break as the athletes shake hands and come back with some final stats if we can get them from the reporter.